Thanks everyone for joining me tonight. Tonight I'm going to be talking about something really simple, something so sensitive yet simple. So what I'm holding with me right now is a scientific paper that I've been working on for the past few months, couple of months. This scientific paper, it has a title called Earth, the planet that offered safe haven and transition for humankind for 5 billion years. Let me say it again. The title of this scientific paper is called Earth, the planet that offered safe haven and transition to humankind for 5 billion years. The reason why I'm saying it offered a transition and safe haven for humankind for the past 5 billion years is because, you know, what will happen in the next billion years to come? The sun will go out, the sun will be burned out, and when the sun is burned out, the earth will lose oxygen. It will, the water will be frozen. So this scientific paper might be published down the road, maybe 2 or 3, 10 years to come. It doesn't matter anyway. You know how long a scientific paper can be approved by scientific community. It might take ages. You know, Albert Einstein first wrote his paper in 1905, but it wasn't approved until 1918, the theory of relativity. It took about 13 years before it was approved by scientific community, which was quite funny enough that he didn't win the Nobel Prize because of the theory itself that had waited for 13 years to be approved. He later won a Nobel Prize because of the theory of, I don't remember exactly, I'm not going to talk about that tonight. But this is my scientific paper that I'm talking about. The reason I'm talking about this is because of the misconception that we've had for years. So let me put this one away. The misconception itself that is that we believe that a God, our God or gods exist in heaven. Heaven is just a man-made ideology. Heaven is actually, according to my belief, heaven doesn't exist. Heaven is heaven and belief and God and everything is man-made. For a long time, we've been misled by different people, different religion, different denomination, and different faiths and beliefs. The reason I'm talking about this again is because, according to my beliefs, we've been lied for a long time, and somebody has to talk about this. That's why I'm talking about today. We've been told that since our inceptions, since when we were born, since when we were young, that God is in heaven. God is watching us over our lives, our daily undertakings and everything. But today I want to talk about that we've been blinded by some of these beliefs. We might be standing in front of our gods. We might be standing in our gods must be somebody like Elon Musk. People who are working on preserving our human culture and human race in the near coming years, because when the sun burns out, we need to move off this space. So according to my theory in this scientific paper that I'm working on, is that there's the human race, are travelers. We came from somewhere. So like as it is, it's going to happen in a billion years to come. The sun will burn out and we'll have to move our human race to the next planet. We don't know if it's going to be Mars. We don't know if it's going to be Titan. As you know, Titan is the only is one of the only bodies in our universe, in our galaxy, apart from Earth, that has a liquid, because the Earth has, you know, water, and Titan has hydrocarbon legs that is made of methane and ethane, and it can be that's Titan, as I said before. Titan is a moon of is Saturn, right? And Saturn itself, we cannot live in Saturn. Saturn is a gaseous planet. We cannot step on. It's gonna sink. And another, as recent as we have come closer to finding new planet like Earth-like planets, in the recent years, we've seen like the Hubble Field Telescope that has been deployed for almost nearly 20-something years plus now. But before the end of this year, 2018, we're gonna have we will launch the James Webb Telescope. James Webb Telescope is gonna be launched, and it's gonna go as far as 1 million miles from Earth, and it will, excuse me, it will be launched 1 million miles from Earth. It will be able to see as far as stars and suns that died 5 billion years ago after Big Bang Theory, or after the Big Bang. So it's about the stars that died 5 billion. Like I said in my videos about a couple of months that I made, that whatever you see in our universe, the light that you see in our universe, is not the exact moment that the light left the planet. I mean the planet, the moon, or the sun, or the star. It left about maybe billion years. It left about 300 years ago, when, as you see, you know, I can't go back because, you know, light travels in what we call the speed of light, right? It takes 8.5 minutes for the light from the sun to reach the Earth, and it takes about well over more than 18 minutes from the sun to reach Mars. So if the sun disappears for 8 minutes, what does it, how do we explain that? The sun, let's say, just poof, disappears right now. It will take 8 minutes before we realize that the sun has disappeared. 8.5 minutes, actually it's exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds before we realize the sun has disappeared. So I'm saying in the near future, we will colonize Mars, and we will colonize other planets based on scientific research and audacious scientific activities made by such billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. In the next 2 billion years, somebody will be worshipping Elon Musk and say, God, Elon Musk was our savior, because he's the one, as of now that we're talking, that he's the one who's going to be taking us to another planet, exoplanet, that we can be able to retain and sustain the human life and every nature and every living thing that live in this world. I believe, according to my scientific paper, that we came from another planet that had a star or a sun similar to our sun right now. And when our sun burned out, we had a great technology by the time our sun burned out, that we had to travel along the universe and searching for a new planet that could sustain our lives and every living creature that we had brought with us. And eventually we settled on the planet Earth. And in 1 billion years to come, the sun will be burned out, because sun is made of hydrogen and helium. That's helium and hydrogen are the most abundant element in our solar system. And when the helium and hydrogen is burned out, that's the fuel that's giving energy to our sun based on the nuclear fission. We have to leave this planet, and we have to move on and find another planet that could sustain us. And apart from our Earth, here in our solar system, or in our galaxy, we have, I say it again, Europa. I mean, not Europa, but Titan, the moon of the Saturn, that could sustain life, but it has a dense, it has a less dense and about 30% density of our Earth. But we might live over there. Another second opportunity might be Mars. But as you know, Mars is something that it has a lot of carbon dioxide. It doesn't have oxygen. We might build a colony over there and live for a few thousand years before we could figure out the next exoplanet. And another planet that has been discovered by the Kepler telescope, like Kepler 86F, is like Earth-like, but the problem is that how can we reach over there? It might take about 600 million years, because it's about 4.5 light years away. When I say 4.5 light years, is what it takes a light to travel the distance from here to Kepler 86F.